Hey guys, welcome back to Ratchet Restos. We're gonna jump back in on the Charger on this week. It's gonna be a bit of a week that we're cleaning up a lot of things that we had left kind of half done, stuff we didn't want to do and stuff we just didn't really see the need for, but we're gonna finish them all up. We're gonna stop on the perfection of the car and we're just gonna get it good enough to go. So in this video, we're really gonna put this car on 4 wheels and tires. And we're going to take it off jack stands for the 8 to 10 years that I've owned it. So hope you guys stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get to work. This is going to be a good one. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm gonna first off apologize about the audio. I have had the worst luck with these microphones on anything I seem to use. The ones I was using are Bluetooth and they run on, I don't know, some 2.4 gigahertz, and we got fiber optics and some sling boxes to get it all the way out the shop. Looks like it's affecting a lot of that microphone and cutting it out. So we're gonna go back to the old mounted ones, see if that does anything. So I'm gonna first apologize for the audio content. Hopefully we can get it fixed, find a way to work around it, or I don't know, put some tin foil around the sling box while we're doing stuff. But I just want to show you guys the pile of parts for the car. Kind of going ridiculous here. So what we're gonna do, we're really gonna actually shoot to make one of these bigger events like Hot Rod Power Tour, No Name Nationals, or Duct Tape Drags. So in saying that, I'm kind of done with the perfection of this car. For a while there, I was really getting into making the car perfect, a show car. It's not what it is. It was a car that was left in a swamp for years, way longer than it had ever been driven or whatever, and it was brought back to what it is. So it's gonna look good, but it's not gonna be perfect. I don't even know if it's gonna get a paint job at that point. It might get plasti dipped or just wrapped. But one thing's for sure, it's gonna be all primer gray. So we have a lot of work to do on that. I've made a list of things I need to do for this video, and before the end of this video, this car is actually going to be on 4 tires and 4 wheels. So it's going to be off jack stands for the first time, well, 8 to 10 years, where it has sat specifically in this spot in this shop. So we're definitely going to bring you guys along for that because it's going to be pretty big. Even for me, I've never seen this car on wheels and tires. I've never even actually seen it roll. So we're going to get in on that. We're going to get some work done. We're going to get some stuff painted in this video. It might not be the most entertaining stuff. We're going to get some paint work, some welding, and welding, and some more stuff done along those lines where it comes to prepping everything, because there's always a lot of little things to do and no one really ever really going about them. So we're going to bring you guys along for them all. I'm going to bring you guys back when we start the next project. I need to get some stuff set up, so let me do that, and then we'll bring you guys back, and let's jump in on this car, because this video, or even getting it on the ground, cannot happen soon enough. So let's get to it, guys. Alright guys, kind of a tight fit, but this is where we're going to start at. What we have to do is weld this panel down to the actual structural support of the car, and the quarter panels need to be welded as well. So let's jump into it, and let's put you guys on a fast forward. Let's get some of this done. Shouldn't take too long on this, but we're gonna knock it out. Hey guys, we're back. So we got all the stuff up here on the sail panel. I mean, quite the pose getting up there. Got it welded in. We just filled a little section there. It's not ground down fully, but did the same on the other where the roof meets the quarter. It has this huge gap even when it like looked good or was factory. Looking at some old pictures. So what we're gonna do next, just a little bit of a challenge. We're gonna run underneath the car and weld in the fuel tank straps. I don't know why I didn't put them in, but now it's gonna be really hard because I permanent welded in that rear brace for the suspension, so it's gonna be a real pain for me. So we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna bring you guys along just because we're real tucked in there. Don't want to ruin the GoPro lens or anything, but we're just gonna weld it. I got the spot welds and everything done. We got some self-etching weld through primer down. Then we're gonna come back. We'll figure out what the next project is, but we're just gonna keep rolling. Hope you guys stay tuned. Let's get back at it. Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna jump into something a little different. For this video, I said this car would be on the ground. I said it for the last 3 or 4 videos, so we're gonna jump right in. This car is gonna go on the ground and you guys are gonna witness it for me. Witness it with me for, I don't know, the 8 to 10 years this car's been in this shop. It has been on those exact jack stands and those exact spots. And the amount of dirt, sand, rust that's under those jack stands is just a disappointing reminder that it's been here that long. So what we're gonna do is mount this last tire on the rims I got from the 82 D150. And we're gonna put this thing on the ground with the jack. Hi guys, hope you're ready. It's gonna be a good one. Alright guys, we're back and that's cool. This is the first time this car's ever been on rubber since, I think the license plate was 78 because the guy I bought it from said it was hacked up very recent from when it was dropped off, when it was stopped. So, I mean, take it for what it is. These aren't the rims and tires that are going to stay in the car, even though, I mean, they don't look that bad. They don't look bad at all. The front end's a little high. We got no weight in it. We got the torsion bars jacked up because I wanted to put some torsion on them to make sure nothing's going to twist or break. But I mean, this car it's on wheels. It's on tires. It's a roller. So I'm going to give you guys just a look. Now, one of the best things that I'm kind of realizing is it doesn't look like we lost a lot of our body lines, so it means we're stiff. It means we're a car. This one's always been a little goofy with the doors kind of in a little and the panels out here. I think I need to move the striker a little bit this way so when it latches, it comes this way a little bit, because right here you can see the body lines. It's always looked like that, even when it was on the jack stands. It's been on for years. But we're gonna show you guys the big one. So that's where one of the jack stands were. For 8 years that car sat on that jack stand. For 8 years. Well, that's just crazy. So let's stop blabbering, let's start getting back on the car. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into the final section of the steering on this car. Now I've came up with a bit of an idea what we can do to make the column work, where it was cut by somebody who didn't want to take off that factory square Mopar box, and I've taken them off myself. They can be no fun. But I'm gonna grab some stuff, I'm gonna lay some stuff out, I'm gonna get a work table going, and then we're gonna bring you guys back for that and talk about what we're gonna do and how we kind of conquered through it. But God, that's a big moment. This car is, it's a roller. I mean, that's big for me. So hope you guys stay tuned. Let's make it a complete roller by putting steering under it, and maybe someone can drag us around the shop for a bit. So we'll catch you guys back when we get everything set up, and we're gonna bring you along. Stay tuned. Hi guys. We took a break on the steering column. I'm not sure what happened. We lost some footage. I'm gonna show you guys the finished product in a bit. Not the proudest of it. The original idea I wanted kind of fell through. But what I had to do was, the column's about 1 inch, used a coupler, took the threads out with a lathe, kind of machined it a little bit, made it a little littler, and then we took a spacer, a steel spacing bushing. We stuck that in that coupler, welded it, and then we put 3/8 rod from the joint we bought to that. It's kind of a show, but it's fully welded, and it ain't gonna break and it ain't gonna go nowhere. But it does make it a lot harder to put it in and out. And not to mention, I just welded up a $80 bushing, or $80 steering coupler, so take it for what it is if we need to get it off. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put this front bumper bracket in. Last, or a little bit ago, just put these mounts back in. This isn't painted, but we did have to strip some paint on either side just to get it welded in there. But we're gonna put you guys on a fast forward. We're gonna put this bracket in, and then we'll kind of go from there, and then we're gonna hang the bumper. So you guys stay tuned. Let's get back at this. We got the bumper on, but we got an issue. So the gap, I mean, it's not perfect, it's not bad on this side. This other side, I'm guessing you can loosen them up and push it back. Brackets, we got a decent gap on that side. So we'll eventually loosen up the bracket mounts and push the whole thing back if we can. I'm not 100% if you can. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can. They have a long mouth on them. If they don't have long enough, we'll ground into the mouth a little bit, push it back even farther. Because I'd like, even this driver's side, I'd like it more into the fender. So we'll get that all figured out. But we got the steering column back in, got the hood down. Steering column is hooked up. Turns the tires. We're all good there. Tight fit. We're gonna bring you guys back when we figure out what we're gonna do next. Hope you guys stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's get back at it. Because heck of a monumental day for the Charger and for myself, and seeing it on the ground and being able to push it back and forth. So let's get back to it. Welcome back, everybody. We are gonna roll into some paint. We're gonna do quite a bit of paint and some little bit of body work just as it's needed. I don't really want to roll into the end body work right now. I just want to get the car in one color, even though it's kind of a waste of paint. I want it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. Now we disassembled a little bit. The headlight assemblies here, we scuffed it up and we put some rust preventative Eastwood on it. Rust encapsulator on it. Got our little angle pieces, gonna try not to step on those and flatten them. We are gonna spray that black. I'm gonna rack my brain, see if there's anything else that needs to be sprayed black at this time. Not 100% if there is, but we're gonna spray that black. And then we're gonna jump into spraying the hood after it gets a little bit of filler, the quarter, and the wheel wells in the back. We're just gonna bring them gray. Ultimately, they're gonna get scuffed up again and get some lizard skin on them. Same with the fronts, but the fronts are already black because I messed with that whole thing. Just like the underside of the front fenders are black. But let's jump into it. I want to get these, this headlight support assembly sprayed black, because that's the color it's going to be. It was factory, it seems like, on all of them. So we're going to do that quick. And then we're going to jump into the gray. I'm going to bring you guys along for the black, at least like the mixing and stuff. Not really sure can't really remember if I ever have, but we're mixing 1-to-1 Autobody Master epoxy primer. So we have black and gray and a couple other colors, but mainly what we're gonna do is that. So let's jump into it and let's get this going so we can start reassembly as soon as we can. So let's get at it. Guys, let's get in this. Like I said, Autobody Master, I'm going to Auto Value. Cheap piece of metal with a metal welded on the bottom as our mixer. Makes it easier to clean. Let me grab some paper towels. So we're gonna set a timer. Get the special. Alright guys, just want to get a light and some gloves. Should have put them on while mixing. Now on the cup, I buy these off Amazon. They're really cheap. You can do an even cheaper setup. 1-to-1 is all we're mixing. I think we'll make a full 1-to-1 on this cup. Alright, soiled the gloves, so you guys take them off. My line of work, not doing this. Fresh pair of gloves never hurts in whatever you're doing, so I tend to switch them quite often. Check the gloves. I'm going to be tracking paint everywhere in this place. Now we're doing the catalyst for the epoxy. We're going to set a quick timer. Now, if you guys had a bench, you could use a bench instead of sitting on the floor. I like the floor. So we're gonna stir this to our timer. Then we're gonna put it in the gun, simple as that, guys, and we're gonna shoot it. And I have heard some tips and tricks for this headband headlight. People are attaching them to the actual paint gun themselves on the canister, really helping them get that light so you can see the wet line. I'm just gonna wear it on my head, but eventually I'll probably will move it over to my gun when we paint the car. tell you guys what, we're gonna cut you out. We're gonna set you up on that panel. What we're gonna paint is that panel and the little section where the brackets go in on the frame. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a long little trip here, a few weekends off, worked a few weekends on a different project. We're gonna show you guys that in a bit. The 318 is complete. Hope you guys followed along in those videos. They weren't the best, or they might have just been the driest, but we got that engine going. It took a lot more weeks than I thought for the pure fact that we had to keep ordering parts that we kept messing up on. So we're gonna leave a little bit of a description over there when we get over to show you guys the engine, but what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna finish up the final patch in this car, because I wanna get this interior section completely blasted so I can start assembling some other things that are on the list of stuff to do. So our last patch is gonna be right there on the feet well. We have a couple holes through. Honestly, not too bad, but what we're gonna do is just cut out a huge section, put a new patch in there. We have a bead roller, so we're gonna put a little bit of a bead design in it to give it some strength. But for now, we're gonna jump in there, we're gonna cut that out and see what we're gonna do from there, because that patch needs to get in. It's pretty much, I think it is the last patch, last weld on this car, at least for little things other than the radiator support. We have to put that in too, but that's gonna be modified, and I'm gonna wait until I get the radiator that I want before we do that. So let's get this floor patch going and let's get back to work on the Charger, because I don't know, as you guys know, it's back on jack stands again, which I'm not too happy of. It's spent its life on jack stands. Let's get it off. The thing we need to do is get those inner wheel tubs, wheel wells, we need to get those painted on either side, and then they're going to be lizard skinned. So let's get that stuff all sorted up. I want some epoxy down, then we'll scuff the epoxy and do the lizard skin. So what we're going to do on this one, patch, paint the interior section of the car. So that means the steering column's coming back out, all that stuff, a lot of fun. And then we're gonna go rob some parts off the 68 Charger that I do need for the 70 Charger, which mainly is the brake pedal assembly. I really thought this car had one, but it doesn't, so we have to go rob that one. Other than that, let's just get in on this interior. A lot of that center console bracket stuff's gonna have to come out as well, so we'll probably rob that. But let's get in on this floor patch and let's get it done. Hope you guys stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back. So what we're gonna do is patch roughly that whole section, and then we're gonna do another up piece right there. I think it'd be easier to do it in two, so that's what we're gonna do. But if you guys don't know or have never followed along, this is the side of the car that was laid in the dirt. For the years that it sat, it was in the dirt, and this is how it was. So we're just gonna take this Sharpie, lay out where we want to cut the car, and mainly we're taking this big section so I can recreate these little strength points in the car, but on my own design. I don't want to patch into the already existing design that's here, so I feel it will be a little easier, honestly, with some of this. It'd probably be easier just to patch the little pieces and weld the holes, but it's not what we're gonna do. So that's the patch we're gonna do, a little square. We still have a little rot right here and some rot there, but we're gonna take care of that with a different patch just because I feel it'll be easier. So let's grab a wheel, let's cut this out. Let's go make the piece of metal and then we'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, real quick, we got the patch in. We're gonna finish up welding around it. Don't think you guys need to follow along that much. We had you for a little bit of the work, but one big tip I'm gonna give you guys: don't be sliding your fingers across brand new sharp metal. So this is the second paper towel. So just don't be doing it. It hurt a lot. Pretty sure it got down to the bone. That metal is really sharp when you cut it. I don't know what I was thinking without gloves or any kind of protection, trying to slide the little bar that I'm using to level it out. I slid it with my fingers, both fingers, index fingers, and cut both of them pretty bad. So sharp metal, hot metal, don't mess with it. We're gonna catch you guys back whenever we get to the next project, and probably when we're down to grinding this patch panel down. So let's get back to it. Welcome back. So we have the floor patch done, we have the holes done, and we painted the inside of the Charger black. So this whole shop smells like paint fumes. I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. This video was not as far as I wanted to get on certain things, but the patches took a lot more than I thought. So we're gonna bring you guys back for another episode. We'll finish up the hood and some other body work, and we'll be going from there. So hope you guys stay tuned. That's pretty much the last of the welding on this car, unless I missed any pinholes. So we'll see you guys back when we start on some filler work and hopefully some actual body paint for this vehicle. So have a good one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.